Okay, I want to tell you a story about my friend. She was planning this epic road trip up the California coast and her car broke down right as she got started and she couldn't believe it. And she's a mechanic, and so she opens up the hood and realizes that it's completely fried and there's no way that it's going to happen. Now this is a trip she was planning on taking because her mom had died when she was 12 and it was a trip she wanted to take with her mom. Meanwhile, her fiance was supposed to go with her and he ditched her before she even started. So she's sitting on the beach and she's crying and she's trying to figure out what she's going to do because she realizes she's probably going to have to go home. So she calls her dad, she tells him to come get her. A guy plops down next to her and she realizes it's a friend from high school she'd had a major crush on. He's this playboy billionaire she never even talked to because he was just so far above her. You know, wants to figure out what her problem is, and he tells her he's going to fix the problem for her and he's going to take her camping. And she's immediately uncomfortable because she hasn't talked to this guy in like 10 years. But he explains to her that he's trying to find himself a little bit too because he has some issues going on with his parent and he really could just get away for a while. And so that she's doing him a favor by taking this trip, which she pretty much knows is BS, but she wants to go on the trip, so she allows him to do that. So he goes to REI, basically buys out the whole store, buys a Land Rover to take her on this trip. As they're going, he starts flirting with her really hard, and she's trying to explain to him that she has a fiance, and he's like, so what, where is he? Why is he not here? She keeps trying to defend her fiance. Meanwhile, her fiance is completely ghosting her, and every time she tries to call him, he's busy, and he doesn't have time for her, and she's trying to figure out why he's doing this to her because this was the trip he was supposed to propose on. So I guess he's not her fiance yet, but he was supposed to be. Anyway, they get on this trip, and they start talking about, high school and all of that, and he reveals to her that he had a major crush on her, but he never asked her out because she didn't date in high school. And she starts telling the story about her mom, who, when she died, she promised her mom 3 things. One, that she would travel often, so she'd take this trip. One, that she would go to college. And the other one was that she would never kiss a guy until she was in love. And she kind of took that to the extreme. So here she is, she's in her late 20s and she's never kissed a guy. And now this guy wants her bad. And he's like trying really hard to get her to kiss him, even though she's almost engaged and